G'day guys and welcome, my name is Michael and I am the Dead Aussie Gamer and welcome to Curse of Strahd, our D&D 5th edition adventure that features these wonderful folks in the corner of my screen, my wonderful Patreons who support this channel, keep our lights going and ensure that we can all share in this wonderful time. A very special welcome and thank you to our subscribers for today, which are of course none other than Noria Rick and Avarian CA. Thank you so much for the subscription, guys. You guys are awesome. And Chirifu, hi! Hey, welcome! Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed the show. Alright. Now, guys, as always, before we begin, I'd like to tell you a little bit about our channel. If you haven't been to the Dead Aussie channel before, what have you been doing? No. If you haven't been here before, I have a special rule, and that rule is that none of my audience members are in the audience. You're not just watching this. This isn't passive. This isn't, watching the tennis. You guys are invited to come back behind the GM screen with me as we play this game so that you guys can be a part of it as well. How can you be a part, you wonder? Well, apart from donations to the channel, which always go to something, we decide at the time what those donations are. I think we had like a donation come in earlier on and we gave a Strahd medallion to one of the players. We do stuff like that. There are also channel points, which you can use in order to influence the course of the game. So do be sure to check those out as well. Now, I have my eyes on chat very, very adamantly as well. So if you guys also throw out any suggestions or ideas of where you would like to see the plot to go, and I like it enough, I will absolutely make it happen. That's basically it. I basically do that. There you go. Stop having a life, stop binging dag. Yeah, exactly. Stop it. Stop it. How dare you? Yay! What? How did the hype train happen? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh no, I feel like this is going to start a thing. All right, before this starts to going completely off the rail, let's meet the cast. Let's meet the characters, starting of course with none other than Neil. Neil, tell us about you, tell us about your character, and what's going on. What's your character's personal motivation? Go!
Oh, right. I'm Neil from Immersion Diversion. I play Vigog, the wizard Goliath, and he is a teacher currently looking for his students over in Barovia. And I'm a little fall leggy behind, but, it's okay. I'll catch up. And he's currently in a predicament, and I'll let Michael explain that in just a second. But yeah, we'll go back. We'll get to them. So,
all right,
there we go. I'm done.
Thank you, and again, thank you so much to Chirifu and to Calindria for the donations, for the bits. Yep, this is happening. Okay, next up we have the delightful Charles. Guys, chill. I haven't even done anything yet. Charles.
They're excited. They want to see.
Charles, tell us who you're playing. Tell us what your personal motivation is for your absolutely beast of a character.
Sure. I guess the best way to explain Argento is he's a bit of a bag of energy. He wants to smash any and everything that he can with his warhammer, even if he doesn't have to. It's just who he is. It's what he loves to do. He's a bit of a vengeful sort of character, but he's a bit he lacks, I guess, real world experience. Let's put it that way. He's just a smash and grab without the grab, if that makes kind of any sense. But he's a bit of a brute. Loves to fight. Loves to strike up a conversation. Loves to make enemies. So, yeah, that's a bit who Argento is.
All right, thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the 10 community gifted subs. I feel like at some point or another, I've just gotta buy a plaque on the wall. How YouTubers have the big arrow thing. I've just gotta get Calindria's avatar logoed on the wall. Calindria has donated 1 million freaking subs. Thank you so much.
We need to get him an etched crystal skull.
Crystal skull. That's it. Just get a crystal skull. This isn't even my final form. Jesus, Callie. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Next up, we have, of course, the ever wonderful McKinley playing the role of Esther. Mac, tell us about your character and their personal motivation.
There it is. Don't want to click. May I ask first how you are today?
Me? I'm okay. I'm good. You're asking me this because everyone's donated and I can't make words and I'm using this period of time to try not to speak. But yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing awesome. I am embarrassed beyond all belief because somehow I am on a tier 4 subtrain and I have introduced myself. So yes, I'm doing fantastic. My face actually hurts, like literally hurts from smiling. So I mean, you can't complain if that's the worst thing you can say. But thank you. How are you, Mac?
Okay.
That's good.
That was scared me a bit.
Yes, I scare you with my positivity. All right, so tell us about Esther.
So, well, Esther's personal motivation is basically figure out what's going on and hopefully survive. It's really just survive and figure out what's going on and just use whatever information she has to make the best choices. Not only to just stay alive, but also to help others if she can.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. And in thanks for the now 5 extra subs, I'm going to have a little doll dance. There you go. Little mini Mike. Mini Mike is having a dance. There you go.
Where'd you get? Who made that?
One of the fans. I went to Gen Con and a fan made this for me. It was awesome, and I still keep it to this day, because it is incredible. It is awesome. I gotta remember to show it to Grumpy at some point or another. All right. Noria, I still have a bit of work to do, but I can only spare an eye in both ears. Awesome. Well, I will make this as entertaining for your ear sockets as humanly possible. So yes, I will endeavor to do this. Now, we do have another player who is running a little bit behind, so they will be joining us. They are playing the role of Demiro, the satyr, who is basically a very whimsical character who is out and about exploring the lands, basically just for that, just to explore and just to be wonderful. Now, let us begin our session for today with wonderful music from one of our sponsors, Sirenscape. Okay. When last we left our adventurers, they found themselves careening through a portal of fire deep within the bowels of Strahd's castle. However, what they intended was to transport themselves through this flaming portal into a chamber that was supposed to house Strahd's bride. But instead, they found themselves in an abbey, high atop a bell tower, with a hideous and partially deformed being in their presence. A man by the name of Colvin. Now, Colvin was was playing a viol very beautifully and very quietly, and revealed to the new and very unexpected guests that a man simply referred to as the Master had been creating some form of thing for our beloved Strahd to deal with. As the group has met with the Master, an alchemist who shared lots of his knowledge about the surrounds and about Strahd, he informed them that there were actions in motion, things beyond their comprehension that needed to happen if Strahd were to be dealt with, especially this far from the castle. Well, with that being said, our heroes examined the abbey and found that there were a number of these creatures, hodgepodge amalgamations of different creatures, all within the bodies of humanoid beings that lived here, supposedly protected by the Master from those people who would do them harm. But more and more began to become revealed, and, well, it just felt a little like maybe the Master himself was experimenting on the poor souls here. But there was no time to deal with that, as our heroes had Strahd and the poor trapped Lady Irina still to try and find and rescue. Heading down from the abbey, they began to make their way to the small town of Krezetsk. And this is where we commence our adventure. Right. Now, let's start like this. There! Over there! I see them! Get them! Yes, I saw them too! They came down from the abbey, they did! Oh, they work for that mad alchemist, they do! Oh, bastards! You there! Hold your position! Or we'll stab ya! You are surrounded by a small contingent of villagers. You are surrounded by a small contingent of villagers, each armed to the teeth with farming equipment, pitchforks, and torches. Vagag, yes.
Oh, wait. There seems to be a big misunderstanding.
Yes, there is a misunderstanding. The misunderstanding that you think that we need to understand what's going on, apart from the fact that you all are gonna burn! Burn, you bastards! And we're also Australian, because that's the accent I went with.
Australian mom. Australian mom, yes. I kind of turned to Argento. Do you know what they're talking about? I don't seem to understand. I mean,
They seem to think we're some kind of enemy or some sort to them. I don't really care. I'm just ready to smash one of them in the face.
Oh, did you hear that? He said he's gonna smash us in the face. Bloody deviants they are.
Well, you're threatening us here. You're surrounding me. I don't take that too well. I get a little.
The only thing that's threatening here is your face, mate.
Well,
they just say they're non-threatening. We're not a threatening presence at all.
I do have a face for the radio, but still, that's not the reason to come down here and get all huffle with me. I'm just trying to figure some stuff out here. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to have to kill you and thrash all of you, but I will if I have to.
Oh, well, look, if you all think that you're gonna come down here and be all normal, then you've got another thing coming, because you came from the Abbey, which means you're one of that weirdo's monstrosities. You're just here to do something, like eat our babies or make people sick. Oh yeah, like the Abbey, like the Burgomaster's kid. Yeah, just like the Burgomaster's kid. Poor little fella, you know? Blokes like you coming down from the Abbey, filled with itching diseases, killed the poor little tyke. Oh, can't have it. That's why we're gonna burn you. Burn you at the stake is what we're gonna do.
Do they all have torches then?
Well, like every second person has a torch. Every other person has a pitchfork.
Wait.
And then there's this one kid who's got like this, like, it's like a ladle.
Are they within like, are they surrounding us, so like in 30 feet kind of, or?
Yeah, they're about 30 feet around.
Okay, so I'm gonna take out my my water skin, and using shape water, I'm going to pull the water out and just put out all the torches.
Oh, he's a witch!
I'm not a witch, I'm a wizard!
Same thing! Oh, get him!
What did you say about the Burgermeister's kid?
Oh, we said shut your mouth is what we said. They start to encroach upon
Are you
you.
talking about Irina?
What? No. What? No.
Wait! I'm just gonna... What?
Okay, as you yell out...
Burgermeister, I think, for this town. Not
as you yell out, wait, emerging from the back of the crowd are two individuals. And you hear people go, oh, it's the Burgermeister, it's the Burgermeister, Burgermeister! At this point,
the Burgermeister of this town.
Yes, that's how this works.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
Okay.
was thinking there's like one Burgermeister for the whole countryside. I'm
One
like,
Burgermeister to
oh.
rule them all.
There can be only one. Well, look at his sword. I mean, there can be only one.
Dang.
Yeah, I could believe that. All right. Anyway, the Burgermeister emerges, and they say, "We caught this lot coming down from the abbey." He says.
Just wait for them.
He looks at you, a Goliath, massive, tall, wielding magics. He looks at Argento, giant dragon filled with armor and teeth and spikes. Esther, kind of the heterochromia of your eyes due to the changeling nature of yourself, and of course Demiro, something that looks akin to the devil himself. Now, as they look in your direction, he says, "My name is Dimitri, and this is my wife Anna. We do not know you strangers,
Hello.
and if truly you have allied yourself with the wickedness that comes from that abbey, then we have no choice but to defend ourselves. We may be a simple people, and we may have only ever really fought against the wickedness of the wolves and creatures of the dark in the woods beyond our very gates, but we will not relent. We will not relinquish."
We actually aren't allied with them. We just kind of showed up there.
The Anna, his wife, turns to you, pointing a large axe. "A likely story. And what proof do we have of this? Are we just simply to take your word?"
Do I have anything? Don't actually. I set down my quarterstaff.
"He's unarmed. Get him!" No, I'm joking. I'm joking. He doesn't do that. All right, you lay down your quarterstaff. You do so very slowly as to not alarm the citizens. Some of them, who have now got wet torches, are like, "Oh, no, we just have to, sort of trying to dry it off to, light them up again."
And then I kind of, next to my quarterstaff, I toss my spellbook.
You toss your what, sorry?
My spellbook.
You throw your spell book. Okay. Argento, Esther, what is your response to...
And then I just kind of...
Argento is just basically ready to defend the group at any second now, but seeing the seriousness of the situation and not really wanting to get in an all-out war here with these people, I'm sort of relaxing a little bit and just trying to take less of an aggressive stance while not really saying anything, because I know that my words are not the greatest of diplomacy. So I'm just sort of taking a bit of a backwards sort of step, as in to say, Brett.
All right. With hands held high, you kind of make yourself passive to still remain in a defensive position around Vagag, but not present an aggressive front. Esther, what do you wish to do?
I don't really advance. I just kind of step forward, in front of our little group. We do not really have many ways of showing you that we did not ally ourselves with that man, but surely you did not see us ever enter the abbey. We don't really understand how we got there in the first place, but we mean you no harm. We just are trying to figure out what happened. We just got there and now we're here.
All right. With Vagag and Argento having stood down, any one of you may make a diplomacy check with advantage in order to propose the logic that you didn't come up. You have no idea how you got there, and you're just happy to be down.
I'm not great at it.
What would that be?
Diplomacy?
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
Would that be persuasion?
Oh, persuasion. Yeah.
Persuasion, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm playing the right game.
No worries. Do you want me to cover it? Or do you want me to take it, or do you want to take it? Just
No,
if
you go for it. You're kind of better at this than I would probably be anyway.
Okay, let me get advantage up, and then where is it? There it is.
Nice. All right.
Nice.
With a 22, the townsfolk turned to the burgomeisters. The woman, Anna, seems like she's about to lunge and attack, but her hand is quickly stayed by her husband. They speak the truth, dear. We did not see them arrive. But what does that matter? We saw them come down, and surely that should be enough. Perhaps they've come with news. Perhaps they understand what is going on, and what the plans are for the noises that seem to have erupted from the Abbey as of late. Look, if it is any concern, we can house them as guests in the Burgomeister's mansion. The townsfolk seem uneased, and and Anna seems to be more suspicious than ever, but she reluctantly agrees. The townsfolk put their weapons away. People of Krezov, please return to your daily tasks. My dear wife and I will handle the affairs of the strangers. Please, remain vigilant. The townsfolk turn
Thank you, Burgermeister.
and begin to move. He looks and he says, "Do not thank us yet, for there is much you need to answer for, and much we do not understand. Come, we shall speak more." Do you follow?
And before we head to his
Yep.
manor, yeah, I would follow.
No, before you head to the manor, you want to do what?
And on the way there, we would bring him.
All right.
Yeah, I follow.
Okay.
I would mention to him on the way there, though, that I would say that if it's any consolation, if we were to show up here before just arriving there, we most likely would have come to town first. Just pointing that out. I'm not lying when we said we just showed up there unannounced. It was totally an accident. We didn't know.
As you, as he sort of looks at you, he doesn't really pay much in the way of attention. Mostly wanting to get off the streets more than anything else. Your presence creates unrest. Okay.
As
No, go ahead.
As we are walking towards the Burgermeister's mansion, Esther, at first, after talking, like immediately after we resolved that we were going to the mansion, just kind of like lowers a bit, just because she can probably not count. Like, there's probably not a number for at any point that has worked for her. Whenever people have tried this thing, like this exact same thing, so she's just like, that's new, and I think I like this new trend, and she is.
Very well. Vigaga, Jinto, do you say anything?
She doesn't say that out loud. That's just like what she looks
okay.
like. She looks relieved.
Sure.
Yeah, she's like, just looks relieved.
Okay, I thought you were like sort of whispering this to those two. All right, yeah, very well. All right.
No.
Now, eventually, you are led through the small and quaint little town and come upon what looks to be a small cottage. The door opens with a creak, and inside you do not see a lavish mansion filled with frills and beautiful awnings and architecture. Instead, you just see a basic thatch hut with straw that seems to keep up a thatch roof. Shelves seem to contain portraits of a number of young-looking men and women, each of which seem to be beset next to a black rose. Now, as you kind of look at it, the black rose indicates something very important, specifically to you, Esther. It is an ancient tradition. Within 6 months of the death of a loved one, roses are preserved in bottles next to a visage of the deceased loved ones. After which they are then ground into it's kind of like a curative ink, and then used to create a family portrait. This is called a memento mori, and you believe that these people hold that custom dear. But if the portraits are to be believed, it means that they have lost up to 7 children. They invite you in and ask you to sit by the table. Please, come in. Make yourselves comfortable. I'm afraid we have little to offer here.
Kind of duck under the door, and I go to sit in or I wait for Esther and Argento to sit down first, and then I'll find a spot. If there's a third chair somewhere, otherwise I'll probably just sit on the ground.
All right.
It is okay. I prefer to stand.
All right, then I'll go sit. Hopefully not breaking the chair.
All right.
No.
As you sit down, the two... Oh, sorry, go on.
I was going to ask him if it was all right to go near the memento mori, but that can wait for a second.
As you enter, they notice your interest. Traditionally, you are allowed to go near the memento mori. It's kind of like it's like seeing an urn in a person's house. You know, it's just kind of like well, as the name implies, it is a memento.
Yeah. I just didn't know if they were concerned that would like break the vases or anything, or like,
sure.
or if that wasn't a concern.
Sure. Now, you say that you made your way to the Abbey, but how did you get there if not through the town? Yes, speak quickly.
We got there through Strahd's castle.
Through Strahd's castle? What nonsense is this? Husband, I've had enough of hearing of this. I think it is best that we either dispatch of these lying, cretinous creatures, or we throw them to the wolves. Calm yourself, wife. I know.
I show them...
No, you show them what? Go.
Sorry. Oh, I was going to show them the map I was, like, etching throughout Strahd's castle for what I was seeing. Like, I've been, like, kind of working on this as we were walking through, but we didn't get everywhere.
The elderly woman scoffs.
I show them the, like, magical.
What is this supposed to be? Doodling and scribblings? And we're supposed to believe that this is the interior of the castle of the vampire Count Strahd? Please. If you're going to lie, at least make it something believable. Like you're some sort of wizard who doesn't know how to teleport wherever they wish to on a whim.
I put the map away, like, very slowly, just...
At this point, the old man says, "Dear, perhaps maybe some tea." She looks at him and says, "You make the tea. I'll handle this." He kind of looks back at her, and she looks back at him. He then says, "I'll make the tea." And he stands up and he walks to the kitchen. Meanwhile, she sits down. She says, "Now, let's play out your fantasy, shall we? Strahd's castle is weeks of travel away. So how, pray, did you suddenly find yourself in the Castle of the Damned, suddenly appearing on the eastern side of Barovia?
Well, we were chasing a vampire that had taken Irene to Strahd's castle. And so when we got there, we were trying to find Irene, but ended up going into a fire pit teleporter, or it ended up being a teleporter, or like a portal to where we thought Irina would have been. And it brought us to the top of the tallest tower of the abbey.
She seems to look at you with the eyes of a hawk and chews on your words as if it were solid between her teeth. She looks over at Argento.
I just sort of give a stern look and say, well, I can understand you don't trust us.
No, I do not.
Might I ask, what's your hatred for the abbot is? Because I don't really care for him myself, if I'm being quite honest. We just ended up in his castle. I don't know how we got there. And quite frankly, I'm glad I'm not there anymore.
Well, anyone worth their sanity knows that the Abbey of St. Markovia is a cursed place.
Mm-hmm.
Once upon a time, a priest by that same name, a worshipper of the Morning Lord, took a stand against the evil that was Strahd. But all it did was bring down the vampire's ire. Markovia themselves and most of the loyal followers stormed Castle Ravenloft only to be destroyed. The place was abandoned until recently, where the stirrings of the damned have started to awaken within the walls of the abbey. Unholy, unnatural, unhuman sounds are heard regularly, and the bell that tolls high above the hill, tolls for no reason. She turns and she listens.
I turned to Esther really quick. Esther, I think we do have proof, actually. We've got Murray.
All right. The Burgermeister, Baron,
Do we trust Murray?
arrives with the tea. And he pours out the tea for everyone. And he sits down with a kind of a warm smile on his face.
So, what did you say, Neil?
Oh, I was just kind of whispering to Esther, kind of to the side, and I say that we do. I forgot. We actually do have proof. We've got Murray.
Wouldn't he be in your bag at this point?
I think we kept him with you, but if we kept him in the bag of holding, I could pull him out.
So you're gonna pull out Murray?
Yeah, I'll pull out Murray. It's like before I do, I say, actually, we do have proof.
They both look
that
at
we
you.
were at Strahd's castle.
Yeah, they both look at you curiously. You reach into the bag and grab hold. As you pull out,
no, not Murray.
as you pull out a skull. The skull remains motionless in your hand.
Murray, if you don't talk, I'll smash your head against the wall.
We are looking so sane right now.
They kind of look at each other, and then they look at Vigog, who's holding the skull, and he goes, "Bow!" You fool!
It honestly scares Vigog a little bit because he thought he was just like Why isn't he talking?
Yes, it is I, Captain Murray Murrayson. You have come to rely on me again. And all of a sudden, your hand is slapped by what looks to be a large wooden rod. Vigag, you can make a reflex save if you want, or you can choose not to. You will only ever take 1 point of damage if you relent.
I'll take the hit.
All right, you take 1 point of damage. All of a sudden, you watch as Anne draws out what looks to be a kind of like a baton and smacks you in the hand. Murray's skull flies across the room and crashes onto the ground. He goes, "Ah, son of a bitch! What the hell?" Foul creature from the...
Like I said, we weren't lying.
You would bring a foul creature from Strahd's castle here? She now pulls out what looks to be an axe and points it at Murray. At this point, her husband says, "So you agree that they came from Strahd's castle, then?" His wife looks sort of angry and frazzled. "Maybe they did, but they still brought evil into this town, and they must be dealt with. Punishments must be secured." "Is there any punishment for being a colossal..."
Let's stuff it back in the bag.
Yep. She looks at Vigag as he stuffs the Murray back in the bag. "That creature, that undead being, may not be allowed to pass." "My dear, we've already come to so many conclusions."
He's in another dimension.
We have come to so many conclusions. Perhaps now we can allow them to perhaps explain properly and treat them with the dignity that we hold here in town. You see that she's frazzled, but she is calming down. She realizes that she has been wrong this whole time, that you indeed have proven that you have come from Strahd's castle, and that Argento, you do have beef with the worshipper of the Morning Lord that is up on the castle. She says, please forgive me. I hope you understand it has been a rather difficult season. We have lost much from..." You see the husband sort of put his arm around his wife and says, "It is all right. Now, friends, I know it is a little overdue, but I would like to apologize for the behavior of the people and its suspicious nature, and would implore you their forgiveness. You see, what my wife said in regards to the attack against Strahd was not a story, but instead was, well, the beginning of a great deal of misfortunes that fell upon us. You see, after a lady, Saint Markovia, attacked Strahd's castle, he turned his attention here. Plague and pestilence, dark forces and mythical creatures began to attack the city on a nearly daily basis. We were once a thriving and bustling populace, and now have been reduced to naught but 20 civilians living in a near abandoned village. The abbot...
It's so sad.
Yes, well, your kindness is appreciated. The abbot's presence just creates tension. There are claims that he's working on something to help rid us of this blight, but we do not trust him.
I tried to read his mind while we were up there. The only thing I could sense was like holiness, like almost like hands from heaven were reaching out for me. I couldn't really get a read on his mind, but that's what I felt.
I see.
I have no idea what that means, but it seems he claims to not be like evil, but obviously there's a different story with the town folk. So we'd like to hear your story as well.
Well, there is not much to say. My wife and I, we knew Saint Martikov personally, and we too, like them, were ready to war into battle. However, due to let's just say us not being in our prime anymore, our children offered to take our places. And, well, he turns a very mournful eye towards the mantelpiece with the portraits on it. Those that made it back were soon consumed by a sickness we could not describe. But I don't think that is yours to concern yourself with. We are doing what we can to survive, and it's made us perhaps a little more inhospitable.
Do you have any more sick here in town still, or?
Well, truth be told, there is sickness here, but it was being held at bay, at least until recent times. You see, to the north of the town there is a pool, fed by an underground spring that was blessed long ago by Saint Markovia. Its water defies corruption, and anyone who drinks from it for the first time gains the blessings of the Morning Lord. It was this that once allowed us to fend off against such sickness, but we're not sure. Something has corrupted the well. The water itself turned and vile and putrid.
Maybe we can help.
Well,
Would you be able to take us to this well?
I mean, we could, but you owe us no favors, stranger.
You saved us from being mobbed by a town.
Well,
I think
our town.
Well, your town, yes, but
I mean, we're in charge of it, and
Sorry.
we were literally about to mob you. But I
Yeah.
mean, I guess.
second, yeah. Oops. But yes, if we at least would like to help as much as we could, I believe, right, Argento, Esther? I think.
Yes. Yeah, Argento will take this moment to sort of iterate his own feelings and say, yes, as my friend has stated, we would love to help in any way, as I too have great disdain for the abomination of Strahd, who has killed my relatives and my family and destroyed things that are dear to me, and he must be destroyed. So anything that we can do to help those or find favor that may help us destroy Strahd is something I am very willing to undertake.
Well, it is the last remnants of someone who has, been quite influential in stopping and fighting against Strahd. If you were to help, I'm sure that we could give you some of the blessed waters of Saint Markovia, and mayhaps that will help and aid in your endeavors against the vampire.
Esther, do you think you'd be able to help us uncorrupt the well? I don't know what we can do there, but I'm assuming you're probably our best bet at it.
Esther says, I'll do whatever I can to help. She looks at the Burgermeister, the Burgermeister, and says, this is no favor from us. This is only a recompense for all the pain that this town has felt.
The Burgermeister and his wife kind of look at each other, and they kind of like bow in respect as they allow you to pass through town. They say that they will tell the others that you have been given pass to move through unhindered through the town. But the pool that you seek as mentioned, is to the north in this area here. Just sharing the map with you guys now. There you go.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's a big pool.
Yes.
Like a tiny lake.
Yeah, it's basically like a tiny lake. Okay, you are currently in. Let's see. This big house here. So just drawing that on the map for you guys right now. There you go. That is where you guys are currently at. So, if you guys would like, you may head over to the pool. You may ask any last remaining questions. Whatever it is, you may do so.
Esther, well, y'all can go first if y'all had any questions.
Yeah, the only thing I was going to ask is if I was going to say, I have one question that you may be able to help me with, but I came across a skull when I was in Strahd's castle, a dragon's skull. He had mentioned a town and his, I guess, place of residence around these parts. Would you know any place of a silver dragon where they might have resided, or if there's any lore or legend around here where you can find a castle once inhabited by a silver dragon?
I'm afraid I do not. I have not come across such a creature. Though there are rumors of dragons that once fought against Strahd, but beyond them being rumors, I have not yet come across them, I'm afraid.
That is all right. Thank you anyway.
He once again bows and wishes you luck on your journey.
The only thing I ask him is, how long ago did the well get corrupted?
He says it has been about a year.
Was it before or after the abbot started his projects?
Before.
Okay, so it probably doesn't have anything to do with him. Okay. That was mainly what I wanted to ask.
All right. Very well.
And Esther, you.
But before I go, I
Mm-hmm.
did just remember. I think I should have a level of exhaustion. I didn't know if I had it, or if it could be put on my character.
I should be able to wean something
Because
up.
Oh yeah, because she didn't have the. She decided
Right.
not to eat the food that we
Yep.
had.
Actually, I can't.
So we only
That's
had
fine.
3 portions.
It's fine. I'll remember to apply it.
All right.
Sounds good. Yeah. As we were leaving, I look at the memento moris, and I sort of just stand there, and I look like I'm doing I am, but it's obvious I'm doing a prayer.
You see the
And
you see Anna hold on to her husband's hand. You can tell that the deaths are still quite fresh. They still mourn, and they also quietly say a prayer at the same time as you as well. Now, you make your way out of the house and northwards towards the large pool that you see at the end here. All right.
See.
The pool seems to lap and lick at the edges of a bank, muddy and laden with grime and murk. You see a thick, caustic foam that seems to pool in small clumps over what was once a beautiful and pristine lake. Under the grey skies above you, rain pours down on what looks to be an old gazebo on the verge of collapse along one side of this collection of water. and a wooden statue of a mournful, bare-chested man seems to stand in the center of this pool. Its paint chipped and faded, and it seems to have arms outstretched as if waiting for someone to embrace.
I mentioned, okay, so who thinks, so there's just a statue out in the middle of this pool of water?
Yeah,
This
it's a
like-
wooden statue.
Okay. Do I have anything like just water?
Hmm.
That kind of sounded like a frog croak. Maybe that was on my
No, you can hear frogs croaking and other creatures.
Mm.
You can also hear the sound of the bell.
Argento is just sort of sitting back, looking around, making sure nothing's out of the ordinary, I guess, coming out of anywhere or anything like that. Still very cautious of the surroundings.
Of course. Please make me a perception check.
Oh wow, nice.
Nice.
All right. Well, what you see, Argento, is the following creature. Bear with me. While I just get it up on screen here.
Oh,
All right.
It's gonna stab us.
You see... don't block Phantom, tiny bunny.
it's a Boonicorn.
There you go.
Stop fangs.
There you go. Because we don't have a... Because Demiro is not here today, I'm going to put the bunny corn there. All right, there we go.
Compared to
All
the
right.
Boonicorn.
Hippity hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, hippity hop, hippity hop. All right. Now...
Killer. It's got fangs.
Run away. Oh, sorry.
You see in front of you a tiny little furry mammal. Brandished atop its head seems to be a kind of point made of ivory. It looks at you curiously with a twitching nose and wide but beady-looking eyes. It uses a soft paw to clean some of the dirt from its ear as it looks in the direction of our dragonborn anti-paladin. Or paladin, sorry. Could be an uncle paladin, I don't know. We'll see.
Talk about it.
So I kneel down on one knee, basically, and trying to get low to the ground and just sort of stare at it. I don't make any movements towards it. I just look at it and just sort of say, "Hello, little fellow." How are
As
you?"
he's to the rabbit, I'm kind of still thinking about like how to get out to the statue, but the only thing I could really think of right now is using shape water to pull some of the water out of the pool. And I'm gonna say that Esther, would you help me look into this quick and see what if it's like acidic, or if it's safe to go into. I don't really trust the water just by walking into it. That's why I pulled some out.
All right.
And I pull out some of that jerky that I tried to give to the lady at the abbey. But I still got it. It's jerky. I don't know if the rabbit will eat it or not. I just sort of hand it out, like, see if it's hungry and wants something.
Dude, what about the banana bread?
I'm saving that.
No, that's
Yeah, true.
All right. So, you make your way towards the edge of the pool of water, Vagag. As you do so, your feet begin to sink into the slimy banks. Esther, where do you go in relation to everyone?
I wasn't gonna go in. I was gonna pull water out.
Yeah, but
water.
I mean, again, getting closer.
Oh.
You're just in the soil. You're not in the water.
Oh, okay. It's like, I have 30 feet. No.
Yeah.
I know I'm right. What are you talking about? Esther. Esther.
Oh, I was gonna wait for if the guy wanted to say where he was going, but go ahead. So one thing, let's see. So I want to look at the sort of like plant life and roots and whatever's growing around the pool first.
Sure.
Just kind of see maybe any signs of corrosion or decay or any odd phenomena happening to it, or if it's just not there for some reason.
Sure. Make a nature check as you begin to scope the surrounding areas.
And then there's one other thing. This is more just me trying to remember. Unicorns, like in folklore, their horns are water purifying, right?
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, while Esther is doing that, 19, nice. Everything here actually seems to be desiccated. All the plant life seems to actually be starved of water, despite being as close to the water source as possible. Almost as if the plant life itself knows better than to drink from the pool. It's very unusual. Meanwhile, Argento, you have this tiny bit of jerky, and you're holding it out to this little bitty rabbit. And you're like, here, bunny, come on. And it hops over, and it's curious, and it takes the jerky from your hand, and it puts it in its mouth, and it starts to chew on it, almost like a squirrel chewing a walnut. It's sort of...
Hungry little fellow. Does anybody else see it, or am I the only one that can see it at this moment, or does everybody else?
It is so small that you obstruct the others from seeing it.
So I'll sort of let everybody know. Hey, look, there's a rabbit over here.
All right. As you turn your back upon it, in order to gesture at everyone, all of a sudden, what is your AC, please, good sir?
Yes. It is 18.
18. Okay.
Jumps out and tries to nod.
All right. You hear all of you hear a very sudden and
It just grew 3 times the size.
Told you that things.
It's now went from 1 feet.
oh, it
to 3
absolutely
feet.
has fangs. But that's not what it does. Instead, what it does is this tiny little creature suddenly leaps out as Vigog shows its back as a sign of weakness in the culture of this particular type of creature. It uses this large and nasty horn and sinks it deep into the throat of Argento.
I was like, what? No.
Argento, you take...
I mean, I could totally see it happening, but like in the water.
All right, you take 4 points of damage as it hits you hard in the neck. Roll initiative. Well, you don't need to roll initiative. I roll it for you, but well, I don't need you.
Well, Argento might be able to get it better.
Okay.
And I believe Demir.
Okay,
Yeah.
so all the stats are going to be rolled off to the side because this is a audience monster. So thank you to our lovely audience for suggesting a Vorpal rabbit. By the way, it's also Vorpal.
Oh, God.
But I'm actually going to be hard rolling this one. So you guys are going to have to roll it in chat. So just to let you know how to roll this. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Initiative is bump 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 bump. Okay, that's good for you guys.
Oh, so we gotta roll our own.
Okay, so, Vigog, you get a 18. Demiro also gets an 18, but he is off, staying with the Burgermeisters, because that's what he's doing. Esther is then
He's having
17.
tea.
Argento. Oh, no. Argento's at 0. So then comes this creature. Now.
I have advantage on rolls.
Okay, very well.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
give
got
you.
that.
Okay, so then hit the roll the initiative on your character sheet. Now, while we are preparing for the initiative and finding more dramatic music, I would like to welcome everyone to a challenge. Now, the first person that can tell me the name of this cute and adorable little creature, its proper name, will get to award a inspiration to any player of their choice. So, first player. In chat, who can name the creature gets that one. All right. All right, here we go. All right, Vigog, you're up first.
All right. And I just hear this, and I turn, and I just
It's Colin.
Argento. I'm going to attempt to see what the water does. I'm going to splash it on the rabbit, the bunny.
All right.
I don't know what I did roll to attempt that.
No, that's perfectly fine. You take out the water, drawing it from the pool, and as you spin it around your head, Avatar: The Last Airbender style, you launch the corrupted water towards the rabbit. The rabbit only has just enough time to look at you as it closes its eyes, and fresh, clean, pure water pours over its body. As it looks down, it is now wet, and it's about like a fifth of the size as it's kind of like wet and sopped and angry. Its eyes then turn blood red as it looks at Vigog.
All right, experiment success. Now we can fight it. But that's all I do for my turn. And I back out of the watery mud. Trying to get so I'm not in like difficult terrain, which kind of stuff.
Very well. You begin to try to make your way out of the muck. I need you to make me a survival check as you start to step further back onto where it's not kind of wet and muggy and natural 20. Okay. Yeah, you find yourself back on solid ground pretty easily. All right. Esther, it is your turn next.
So I saw the water being purified around the rabbit.
Yes.
Me and myself, I'm feeling very good at the moment because my theory was correct. But let's see. Where's that spell?
Glad you're having fun, Mike.
I'm having a great time.
So can I try to see if I know what this creature would be?
Yes, a nature check will identify this particular brand of nasty creature.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Also, congratulations to Tasfriel, who named the creature correctly. Also, by the way, welcome Generator Zero Destroyer. I definitely like the name Colin from X15221. I definitely think that that's going to be its name on a collar somewhere. There you go. Also, hi, Cinder. All right.
Just need to tame it now.
Okay. So, the nature check of 15. Here's what you know. I'm going to do this in my best Pokedex voice.
Yes.
All right, hold on. Here we go. The Almiraj. The Almiraj is quite a common creature in the Fey wilds, considered a garden variety animal. In, however, most countries and most places, they are considered to be associated with beings of good fortune and luck. Resembling a large rabbit or hare, its yellowish fur is yellowish fur, and it has a 1 foot long spiraled horn that is usually blackened in color, embedded in their forehead, very similar to the very popular unicorn. Almirages were usually timid creatures, considered stupid and unpredictable by some. However, Almirages were also fearless. easy to pet and tame, and incredibly faithful to their masters, though when pushed come to shove, they are incredibly fierce and defensible. When forced to fight, they are quite dangerous, ramming against their enemies, stabbing them multiple times with their large horns. Almirages are intelligent enough to fight using simple tactics, such as burrowing, moving unnoticed, and attacking enemies by surprise in areas of soft and loamy soil.
I just want to imagine that's what her god sounds like. It's just a Pokedex in her head.
Yep, that is what you know.
All right. I do have an idea. I can't. I did want to ask Demiro if he could use speak with animals, but
He's not here.
yeah. Well, he's still
Demiro,
with
what?
us in the game.
No, he's sitting there enjoying the
just
tea back at the Burgermeister's house.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay.
Somehow Maria's still there. No. I accidentally took him out of the bag and left it with the girl.
Well then.
All right.
Without that option, does calm emotions work on creatures like this?
You could try it.
Okay, I just didn't know. Does the spell have to? Does it have to target a specific kind of creature? I just couldn't tell from the description.
Yeah, it has
I
to
think
target a
it's all-
creature. That's it.
Just a creature. Okay. Okay. I was just a bit confused by the wording of it.
All right. Do you want to cast it?
Sure.
All right. Reaching deep within yourself, you channel the arcane magics into your hands. Your eyes begin to glow, and as you begin to cast your calm emotion, this wave and this very serene sound pass over the Amaraj. What is the saving throw?
Saving throw should be, I believe, 14.
Okay. That is a 16 on its wisdom save.
Got it.
As the noise seems to bother, it seems to affect it at first. It scratches its ear in annoyance, but is relatively unbothered.
Okay. And then, let's see.
Run away!
Oh no. No.
The spell is.
No. Not doing that. But since I don't think I have quite anything for... Yeah, that was my bonus action. I think that's it.
Okay. The Amiraj looks at Vigag, its sopping wet bunny form, angrily, kind of staring at him. You watch as the bunny seems to run its head through the air, slicing it with a keen precision. A small rift appears as a magical portal appears before the bunny, and it hops immediately through. As it does so, it appears next to Vigag. Vigag, what is your AC?
Did we ever rest, or has 8 hours passed since I used mage armor before?
Oh, yes. Yes, it has.
Oh no, wait! I casted it when we exited the when we had the rest at inside the castle, the dome. I did remember to cast that again because I took out the thing.
Very well.
But has 8 hours passed since that?
No. Oh, wait, in the castle?
Okay, then
Oh, yes. 8 hours has passed.
In the
Yeah.
in the castle after we rested in the dome.
Yes. After
Okay.
that, yes. 8 hours has passed.
Then right now it's a 12 because I haven't casted it.
Okay, yeah. No, that absolutely hits you. All right, you are stabbed in the back. Stab. As
Here, let me delete.
Vigag, you take 6 points of damage.
Oh, yep. Ah. Okay, so I'm at 7.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Ah.
All right. The creature is now next to you, glaring its teeth and snarling at you. Argento, you're up next.
How far away are they from me at this moment?
About 40 foot away.
40?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, you went in one direction. He went in the other.
Far teleport.
Let's.
That's a far teleport. Holy crap! For a jump.
Interesting. Not quite. Not quite sure what my options will be, other than to move as close to the creature as possible. Although I have seen it teleport, so not sure what good that will do. But yeah, I guess my only real action to take is I will move 30 feet towards Vergog. Obviously, very angry, very upset that this little furry thing I tried to befriend it and it betrayed me, and obviously not happy. So I'm basically clawing over towards it with Warhammer in hand, ready to try and destroy this thing, but obviously can't get close enough to it. So that's all I do.
Damn you, fluffy hide! All right.
Yes.
Vagag, you can see a very angry Argento charging in your direction towards the tiny little bunny that seems to have a blood-stained horn, freshly soaked in Goliath blood, standing before you. It hisses, its fur trying to stand on end, but still sopping wet from Vagag's attack.
All right. Being as it just got near me and attacked me, I'm going to, like, is it, like, still on me with the horn inside? Or is it, like, has it, like,
it's just sort of stabbed you and then just sort of jumped back.
Okay, I just kind of turned to it, and I'm going to, like, because this thing attacked me, I'm going to fight back, obviously. But as I'm going to channel my energies into my tattoo on my face and command the tendril, the coily grasp tattoo to lurch out at the rabbit and attempt to grab it.
Oh, you're going to try and grapple it? All right, make an athletics check as you do so.
It's actually, no, it's the tattoo.
Oh,
trying to grapple it.
Okay.
It has to make it safe.
Okay, my apologies. I will do that in just one moment. Jasmine Bailey, our dearest and wonderful friend, has just redeemed a channel point plot twist, which means I go through my deck of plot twist cards and I select 2 cards, and you get to pick which of these 2 gets played. Let's start with Cause and Effect. That is your first choice, or the Tipping Point. Those are our 2 choices, Tipping Point or Cause and Effect. Take your pick, Jazz, and we will play that. In the meantime, what is the saving throw that he needs to make?
It's a strength DC of 14.
Strength 14. And my tiny little creature has a strength save of -4.
Oh.
It's a rabbit. Come on. All right.
What, Esther?
All right. It gets a 13.
Ooh. So yeah, my tendrils kind of wrap around it and grab it, and it takes 9 points of force damage.
Nice.
All right. Very well. 9 points of damage as it is squeezed by the tendrils. Yeah, it is not happy. It screeches out in agony.
And it can make it's on the other page. It can make the check at the end of each of its turn, I believe.
Sure.
Here it says, as an action, the creature can escape the grapple by succeeding on the DC 14 Strength, Athletics, or Dexterity Acrobatics check.
Very well. Esther.
So, well, it's grappled. Is it like being suspended in the air with Magog, or is it just kind of held in place?
It's held in place.
Yeah.
It just kind of, yeah. And the damage only happens on the one initial strike, so it's not taking any more damage. It's just held until it breaks free. I don't actually know if it can attack me because it's still next to me, but
Yeah. Well, the thing is, just in Esther's mind, the idea of holding a small, not harmless, but just like small creature in place, and then just beating it does not seem like she doesn't want to do this. So just like, well,
We can
well.
calm it down. I can let it go.
Okay. I. How would I approach this? Because I don't think I want to use calm emotions, but I'm trying to think of how I would like do an animal handling like style thing. But I just like it's being held in place. I'm just like.
Can calm? What was it? Calm person or
Calm emotion.
calm emotion? Can that be used multiple times on the same target, or is that like a once you target the creature, it can't?
No, you can do it
for
multiple
another,
times.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't know if I want to do that, if I want to just like try to approach it in a more natural sense.
Maybe if we dry it off, it'll calm down.
Let me see. I can, well, let me think real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've asked for it.
Yeah, sorry.
Here we go. You look over at the bunny. It looks at you with big, doughy eyes.
Oh.
As it does, its lip quivers ever so slightly. Its ears are folded back. Its whiskers are folded down. It seems to be struggling inside of the tattoos. Esther?
Looking at that, actually, so Esther knows that they're kind of like, they're very fierce and they're, so what was it again that she knew about? So she knows they're fierce, they know that they will attack when necessary. They're usually just like seen as kind of like,
They're also considered to be quite docile.
yeah. Why? Okay.
And also extremely fluffy. And bring good luck. Argento, can I borrow your character for a second?
Yeah, go for it.
Well,
Hey, Esther, Esther, if we kill it, we can get a lucky Amaraj foot.
No.
I was actually thinking
Yeah,
that.
there you
to be
go.
honest. Probably gonna cook it too.
Yum.
Eat it.
And look, it's got its own, like, bunny on a stick. It's got its own stick.
It's like a code.
like cotton candy. Just.
Fairy floss. Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Well, no, because actually seeing it like the Esther wants to use calm emotions, but being like, just like not yelling at it, but just like in a, like a strangely intimidating way, just like okay, and then she's just like calm down, like just not actually doing like just like very sternly and almost intimidating, just like using calm emotions again, just like okay, you're not no we're not doing that.
All right. Very well. You attempt to calm the emotions of the bunny using violence.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Violent spellcasting.
Calm down. No.
All right. Did you say yours was 16 or 15?
14.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, no, that doesn't make it.
Oh. Wait.
All right. So, as you cast Calm Emotions, it then turns to the rabbit's turn. And we are going to play Cause and Effect.
Ooh.
Now, where are your tattoos located, Neil?
So on my face, I kind of cover my eyes and kind of come down across my face like that, almost like a I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like war paint,
Okay.
but it like lunges out and kind of just wraps around the target.
Okay.
So it's just like wrapped around him.
Very well. I feel like there's one aspect of the Vorpal Bunny we have not explored yet, and I wish to explore it right now. As the rabbit, instead of breaking free of the grapple, keeps you in the grapple, but uses its horn to cut another portal into the air. As it slices through the vacant space next to it, it rolls in, dragging you and your chin through the portal. Your head barely fits, and the rabbit looks at you.
No!
And you look at the rabbit. You quickly try to grab onto something to pull your head out of the portal, but it's in the air. There's nothing to grab onto. You're kind of trying to feel around where the entrance is, but there's nothing solid there. The rabbit...
Wait, oh no, it can teleport. I was like, how the heck is it moving?
The rabbit
But now I know.
looks at Vigog. Vigog looks at the rabbit. And just as the rabbit is about to close the portal on Vigog's neck, I need you to make me a reflex save.
Hey.
This music is great, by the way.
You mean the deck save?
Yes, sorry, a deck save. Oh no. Make a
I quickly
make a wisdom
I was
make a
gonna-
wisdom save.
Okay, I wanted to say I was gonna pull out the watch quick and click it, try to reverse
Oh, you can if you want to. Yeah, you go ahead. Yeah, you can do that if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly, I'm kind of fidgeting around trying to grab something. I reached into my pocket.
All right. Do you want us to describe that for the audience?
Yeah, sorry. So, realizing what's about to happen, Magog kind of grabbing dirt, mud, but, trying to push away, kind of, ends up throwing some of the mud because it's with his little bit of strength. He's kind of can't get a good hold on the ground. But then, looking into the eyes of this rabbit, he remembers that he has he quickly remembers that he's got the clock or the stopwatch on him. So he reaches quickly into his pocket and he just pours all of the magic into it and click as he tries to reverse time 6 seconds.
All right, you find yourself 6 seconds prior as your head is being pulled through this small portal.
Ah! Six. Oh no! That's a 10! That's better! Technically better!
Yep. Make a will save.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Luckily, that's higher than my deck save. Yeah! 18!
All right. As the portal is about to close, severing your neck from your head, your eyes go blank. And all of a sudden, Vigog starts to make a beautiful female song. His mouth opens, but it does not appear to be his voice. As he sings, the rabbit seems to kind of swing back and forth. Its ears droop back, and it becomes slightly more passive. Also, very quickly, hello, Australis Plays. Yes, this is, for whatever reason, my audience has decided that we are playing Monty Python tonight. That is what we're doing. It's just where we're at. Now, for those of you who do recall from earlier on in the season, Vigog had indeed already perished, but now has another spirit residing within his body. a deal struck to ensure he doesn't pass from the living to the dead. A deal with a fairy, a pixie, who he is offering to ride for shotgun in his life until such a time as Vagag finds true love. Now, the Amiraj is a type of fairy creature as well, and it is nostalgic for the song that Vagag is singing. It sits down and starts to listen. Argento, Esther, it is now your turn. You have a free reign of what you would like to do while Vagag is mesmerizing this tiny bunnied creature. Keeping in mind, act incorrectly, and Vagag's head is still imperiled and may be removed at a moment's notice, as it is between the portal.
Would I? Sorry.
I was making noises.
Oh, okay. Would I be able to try to like? Well, I guess I don't. I guess trying to pull the Vagag out wouldn't do much because he's still connected to the rabbit by the grappling tattoo. Yeah, I can hear.
Yes, he is still being the rabbit is still being ensnared by the tattoo.
1 second.
I just have a quick question while she's out.
Yeah, go ahead.
So is it like the rabbit is in like another dimension, or did it like open the portal, jump through, and it jumped out like instantaneously in another spot? So is my head just floating through, but like in another spot where they could see it, like they're 40 feet away?
No. It's a direct portal from one end to the other. So
okay, so I've got a floating head somewhere.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just face to face with this Amiraj.
And pulling him out isn't an option. Like you said, it would just because he's still grappled to it.
Well, you could pull him and the bunny through. Like you could. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The bunny is not doing anything because it's mesmerized by.
So knowing that, Esther, that we could pull him back through with the bunny.
Did you want to try where we do it together and then?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we team up and basically like charge and like tackle at him and like try and shove him?
Shove me through
No, back the other way, like pull him back out.
I love how
I can just see you just shoving me through the portal.
So I'd like to take a moment to show everyone exactly what's going to happen here using the aid of my lovely little mini dag. All right. So Vagag's head is in a portal, right? So that's kind of what's happening. So Argento's on this end, Esther's on this end, and they're like, okay, 3, 2, 1, push. Ah!
Yeah.
Something like that.
All right, sounds good. Let's go.
The only
Yeah.
other thing I would suggest is if
I keep forgetting this portal is like this big, and my body's like.
Well, the only other thing I don't even know if it would even work if you could even hear us is to tell you to let go. Obviously, can you control that?
Vagag cannot hear you.
Okay.
He is just busy singing.
Yeah.
This is our only option there, Esther, to try and pull him out or whatever. So if we both take him and try to pull him back out, or how do we want to do it?
You're just thinking logistically of pushing, just like trying.
Yeah, because I imagine the portals, like at head height. I have free range straight into his guts.
It's okay. Just
drive him.
Let's just pull.
All right, so you're gonna pull.
I'm thinking
all
like
right.
old.
So both of you start pulling.
Rugby style.
Singing the song of his people.
I'm.
Have you tried twisting it?
I'm thinking of like a flying tackle sort of maneuver, which is
Pop
very.
Why, please?
All right. Jokes aside. Esther, what are you instructing Argento to do exactly?
Yes.
Well, I thought that we were like either grabbing Magog by the collar or by the arms, and then both of us.
Okay, so both of you are on one side of the portal, grabbing his body
yes.
and pulling him so that his head comes through.
Yeah.
Very well. I need the both of you to make me athletics checks as you grab hold of your Goliath friend. You tug and you pull, and Argento, why?
Oh, this is it's gonna be great. And you said what check?
Athletics.
She would have advantage.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Yes.
Esther's like, bend at the knees, Argento. Bend at the knees.
Yeah.
Argento.
A lot stronger than I thought. He's a big guy.
All right.
You just
Yeah.
arms.
Argento loosened the pickle jar for you. As all right. As you guys pull, Vagog, your head goes flying through, and the creature suddenly, very abruptly, gets yanked forward. There's this sudden.
I will say sorry. The tattoo doesn't actually move the creature with me because it says if I move 15 feet away from it, the grapple breaks.
That's fine.
So
As long as the portal's there, it's treated as 5 foot next to you. So,
okay.
as you pull out, it startles the Amirage, which then cuts the portal, and parts of the tattoo wiggle and writhe around the Amirage, and your tattoos regrow back onto your person. You suddenly snap, coming to. You see the rabbit looking confused in the center of this muddy, loamy, corrupted pool. It's not in the water yet, but it is very close to the bank. Vagog, Argento, and Esther, you have a moment where the creature is trying to get its own bearings. What do you do?
The water purified around the rabbit. Just throw it in the water, or try to calm it down, and we'll figure something else out. Because that would make it angrier if we just probably threw it in the water.
Or I could just cut its horn off.
We don't want to piss it off. Let Peter.
I love how we've decided we just cannot kill this creature. We're just like, no, death is not an option for this Amirage.
You know what's really funny is it's got like 2 hit points left.
I know. I was
That's why
surprised that I didn't kill it with the tattoo.
I'm gonna grab it by the horn and chop it with my axe.
All right.
A big knife to the party. I'm letting everyone else sort of have their play.
All right. The days on this creature is fleeting.
All right. So with that being said, I'm just gonna do an Argento move. I want to grab it basically by the horn and chop with my hand axe.
All right.
And try to remove the horn from the head.
All right. Make an athletics check.
All right.
Just imagine this being like a Minotaur horn where it can't be like.
All right. You have to.
It's an 18.
All right. You had to be a 14. That'll do it. You reach down and you grab it. Make your attack as you then try to cleave the horn from this tiny creature. That'll work.
That's a 16.
Deal your damage as your axe hits this hard ivory surface. It gives way and snaps. The rabbit.
Wow, nice.
The rabbit's horn now remains in your hand, leaving only a hornless bunny.
Yes.
Panicked.
Did you remove them?
Yeah, he's just.
Yeah, it is. Panicked, the bunny retreats and swears to fight you another day.
Man, we love making enemies, don't we?
All right. And and with that, we exit initiative.
This will be the second part of the troll. It'll be the arm, and then the bunny, and then it'll just be like.
All right. So, as the bunny hops away, you stand in the center of this corrupted pool of water, confused, bedraggled, covered in mud. Some of you with very deep lacerations. Some of you with very severe burns around your neck. But all of you more or less in one piece. As you approach the pool's edge, what would you like to do?
First in my head, I thank the spirit that, or do I know that happened? Would I have
You have no recollection of
Senior
what had happened.
Gotcha. I would just say to Argento, because he's got the horn, try dipping the tip of the horn in the water. I want
Alright.
to test something.
So I take the horn and I just put it down in the water, like just the tip of it.
Just the tip?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Ha! We're a kid-friendly show. Anyway, so as you place the tip of the horn into the pool of festering water, almost immediately a wave washes out over the center of the pool. As this happens, let's see.
Get attacked by a water elemental.
Yes.
They have corruption. No.
All right.
It's like a gremlin. There's a bunch of rabbits now.
It's just swarms.
All right. The water itself begins to clear. The scum and the murk begins to dissolve. And you watch as sparkling lights seem to glisten across this near perfectly clear water. Now, when I say it is perfectly clear, I mean it is so clear that you can see the rocks on the ground underneath the river, underneath the bed of the water here. You can see every ripple create a cascade of this beautiful blue water that, you know, kind of just travels unerringly to the other end of this pool. And you feel a sense of spiritualism and radiance glowing from this tiny piece of water.
My thoughts were correct. All right. Now we can safely go across to the statue. I don't think it's necessarily blessed quite yet. We just cleared the corruption. How deep does the water look?
It doesn't look deep at all. It'll probably come up to your knees if you were to wade into it.
Okay. I kind of looked at Esther and I just had an Argento and I say, shall we?
Yeah, the only question I have is if I take the horn out, does it have any effect or does it just stay clear?
That's a good point.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to let you find out.
Well, assuming he pulls the horn out.
Yeah, so I'll take the horn out now
Very well.
before I go in.
All right. You take the horn out, and the pool remains beautiful, pristine, and clear. I need everyone to make me a perception check, if you'd be so kind.
I am... Okay. I was going to see if I could assist Esther with that. Instead of making one myself. But I won't make one anyway, so... Where is it? Oh, well. Okay.
Very good for that.
All right, very nice. With that perception check, you hear the sounds of what sounds to be a pained animal cry, I guess, coming from over by the gazebo.
There seems to be trouble, like... There seems to be an animal in pain. Do we want to go check it out before we go to the statue?
Perhaps it's our rabbit friend.
Turning your attention and looking close, Vigog, you and Argento, just you and Esther, my apologies, can clearly see the rabbit is on the gazebo, on a stump. Just kind of like, you know, chilling out there. It just seems to be still and motionless, sitting upwards.
Still motionless?
No. It's moving. It's like breathing and kind of, It almost looks like it's swaying.
I kind of look to Esther and I say, maybe it'll be more friendly if we heal its wounds.
It does seem to be severely injured.
Yeah. We can even take it back to town and try to fix it up. I don't know if it would work. I don't know if it would work, but would no wait, it's fully broken off and it'll only heal cracks and stuff. I was gonna say if one of us had mending, but I don't know if that would work on that.
You might.
Oh, I just asked you guys, like, what is it? Like, what is it?
It's a rabbit. Oh yeah, because you can't see it. It's a rabbit.
It's a rabbit
over there.
You believe you might be able to restore it if you were to hold the horn in place and cast a healing spell. That might work.
Okay. Well, we got our.
I can do that.
All right.
So
Arjun,
I want to keep the horn.
you want to eat the horn? You want to keep it.
You put it on my head.
We've got a dragon corn.
Dragicorn.
A dracorn. Okay.
All right, fine. If you want to put it back.
All right, Esther, you take the horn off Argento after having a good laugh and make your way over to the gazebo. As you do so, you look at the old and rickety structure. It definitely has seen better days. The wood creaks underneath you as you take your first steps up onto the actual gazebo platform. And sure enough, there is the rabbit. It seems to be on a wooden stump that is built into the center of the gazebo. You believe that the bottom of the gazebo was cut out to make room for this stump to serve as a table that people can sit around. But sitting on the table is, of course, the rabbit. As you get closer, I need you to make me a perception check.
Are there teacups anywhere?
I was gonna stop at the front because this but I can go in.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. It's up to you if you want to stop at the front or not. It's perfectly fine.
Either way,
Nice.
yeah. Whichever.
What would you like to do?
So you said it's so it's just kind of looking rickety at this point.
It looks injured.
But it's not like if I. No, the gazebo.
Oh yeah, the gazebo is super rickety. Yeah.
Okay. But I'm guessing if it's a gazebo, it's not like if I walk into it, underneath the gazebo, it's going to fall.
No. It doesn't look. It doesn't look like that's the case. No.
Then I can walk forward. Yeah.
All right. Make a perception
Yeah,
check as you step forward.
I did.
Oh, you did? Oh dear.
Yeah, she got a 21.
All right. As you step forward, the rabbit, seemingly very injured, seems to not respond to you. As you get closer, you can see the.
I don't want to get closer.
Oh, I was gonna say you can see the broken piece of the horn where it would otherwise fit. Its breathing is very rapid.
I don't want to look at the rabbit at this moment. I want to look at wherever it's looking.
It's just looking forward into the distance.
Yeah.
You can't see anything there.
Okay. Are y'all two here as well?
No,
I'd be
Y'all
following.
here?
Yeah, we went back to town.
Yeah, you want to. All right.
After you took the horn, I walked a few feet up the bank, and I just sort of sat down, legs straight out, and punched over, and I'm sort of throwing rocks in the water because I'm upset that you've taken my horn that I barely won.
Absolute. Okay.
I would have followed Esther, but not enough where not next to her, just close enough where if anything happened, we can help her out.
Sure.
I'm just mumbling, it's my horn. I won it fair and square.
Absolute toddler move.
My horn. I wanted to
My horn.
All right. With your two children in the back, what do you want to do?
I've always been a child. No,
I motion behind me for the guy to take up flank on the right side of the gazebo. Not go too far, but take up flank.
I'm kind of still as close as I am to Esther in the back. I'll kind of curl around.
Just in case things get out of hand with this super injured tiny rabbit.
No, don't.
Oh no, it's not that. It's I want to see if he can see anything from that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, very well. You can make a perception check if you'd like, Vigog.
I will try. Another 19.
You see
Nice.
nothing. It seems like just the rabbit and the
right.
stump table and the gazebo, and yeah, you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
I just look at her and go like, I don't know, like I just gesture like I don't see anything, but I'll keep an eye out just in case. Anyway,
Vigog keeps watch.
Gotcha. 1 second. I'm trying to see if I do have like an actual healing. Like I do have an healing, so I just want to make sure I have slots for it.
Make sure I
hope
actually
you
grab
get
the healer.
Well,
He said, "I hope you get
I
rabies."
hope
Yolanda, I hope you get rabies.
you get Vorpal poisoning.
Savage.
horrible points.
Yeah, just in case Vorpal isn't enough, I also gave the rabbit rabies, just because I'm that kind of GM.
Just really sulking over here. I'm really upset you taking this horn.
I hope it's called. No.
The rabbit moves.
worry.
It looks like it might be about to leave. Esther?
I think she's still laughing at
I think she is too. she's just these fucking guys.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
You're good.
So what do you want to do?
Just need a second.
Oh, you're still looking up the, if you got any...
No, I think I've got
Okay.
it. Yeah, I think but is it moving towards the area it's looking?
No, it looks like it's changed directions. It's now looks like it's heading, like, kind of... it used to be looking westwardly, now it's looking southwardly, and looks to be kind of moving a little bit towards there. Hasn't left the stump yet, though. It's kind of like just moving to the edge of it. Looks like it's about to take off.
I'd say if you're gonna do it now, do it quick.
Okay. Sorry, I can go ahead and do it. I was just thinking of how I positioned myself.
Okay. You make your way into the gazebo's center of mass. There's another large creek, and you quickly place your hand on the back of the rabbit and put your hand on the top where the horn happens to be. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I was healing word. I wouldn't be touching it. I would just be holding the horn.
Well, you need to, you need to hold it still so that you can put the horn in the right position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
like setting a broken bone, right? As this happens,
You just. Oh. Oh no.
as this happens,
It's in my eye.
as this happens, one of the planks from the plywood underneath reaches up and tries to ensnare our dear Esther. Yes, indeed. Courtesy of Australis Plays, fresh from the 1970s. Yes, this creature is quite a famous creature, actually. It is called a wolf in sheep's clothing. And, yeah, it seems suitable enough. So, let's see. Let us start with its attack with its tentacle. Should be nice and easy here. That is an 18 or a 22. So I presume a 22 will hit.
Damn.
And this is now a
Oh no.
12 points of damage. I need you to make an athletics check for me, Esther, as these tendrils reach up and seem to ensnare you by the legs.
Uh-oh.
All right. You are grappled. Vigag and Argento, you guys were on watch, so you see this and can act immediately as we go into yet another initiative.
I use my chronal shift actually
Oh, yeah?
to turn back. I'm gonna pull out the watch thing and yell, Esther! I'm going to click it, turn back 6 seconds
Okay.
so that she can try and get out of that grapple.
Very well. Once again, the magic of your chronal shift darts backwards, and Esther, you get to re-roll your athletics check.
Oh, good roll. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
better.
The tendrils return, and as this time they whip you, Esther, you pull your leg out and are no longer grappled. You avoid it narrowly.
I need to click it again because I used 2 that time. Or 2 this whole game, so
All right.
I don't have any more.
Vigag, it is your turn.
All right. How far away is it?
It's about maybe 10 foot away from you because you're outside the gazebo.
Okay. Is that a touch? Yeah, it is. Okay. I am going to cast I'm going to cast Witch Bolt as I gather the arcane energies around my hands, and then using the time, the watch. It almost looks like a purple arrow, like one of those like time like arrows. It just kind of shoots out towards the stump.
All right. Very well. Make your attack.
And just in the chat again.
Mm-hmm.
That is, a 21.
That'll hit. All right.
All
A
right.
small mote of lightning appears and flies in the direction of this creature, and it starts to zap it. 6 points of damage. This is quite strong and starts to sizzle and crackle at the wood. Argento, it is your turn next.
Esther, get out of here.
So how far away am I? Because I didn't walk over there with him. I just kind of went up the bank a little bit.
You're about 15 foot away.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just take my movement and run up to, I guess, not inside the gazebo, but sort of right up to it. And then would this be within 5? Would this be within attack of a warhammer, or would I have to use an axe? If I'm just outside the gazebo, can I still hit it with a warhammer?
I think it's like in the middle of the gazebo.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the gazebo,
Yeah.
so you'd need to throw something to hit it from the outside.
Okay.
So it'd be
so
like,
I'll-
you, Esther, hit.
So I have a hand axe I can throw within 20 feet, so I'll use that. I forgot about it earlier. But I'll use that one, and I'll attack this thing with one of my axes.
All right, make your attack.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
Oof.
Oh.
All right,
He hits the rabbit.
critical miss. As you throw the axe and it flings through the air, it passes by and just lands helplessly in a tree nearby. All right. We then go to Esther. Esther, it's your turn.
Oh, that one. Dang.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see.
So is Argento next to Esther then, or is he still kind
I'm
of...
still outside of the gazebo, so I'm sort of up to it, but I'm not inside or anything. So I wouldn't be next to it.
Gotcha.
Let's see.
It's a
Trying
living
to find,
gazebo.
where is it? Where is it?
Wait, Michael, this isn't the whole gazebo, right? It's just this thing.
No, it's
It's not a living gazebo.
no, it's not a living gazebo. It's just the stump underneath.
I attacked the gazebo. You hit the gazebo.
I was trying to find something I had used before, but I can't find it.
What is it?
Oh. It may be... No. It was where I could mark a creature, basically. to make it easier to hit them.
I think that was Guiding Bolt.
Yeah, it was something different. It was Grave Domain specifically, but I can just do Guiding Bolt.
Sure. All right. You gather up your energies and you fire out a bolt of radiant energy.
And this would be at disadvantage, right?
No.
Because of exhaustion.
Oh, yes, because of exhaustion, yes.
And also because she's technically next to it if it's a ranged attack.
So, disadvantage on your ranged attack.
What? And then that would be... I just cast in general.
Yep, just in chat.
It's... Yes, okay.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Still good.
Very well. With a 15, that will... Wow, their AC is garbage. All right, yeah, you basically blast the stump with the dead rabbit on top of it. As it does so, the stump now illuminates with your radiant energy. And as you do so, you got a move action left. Do you wanna do anything else?
May I deal damage?
Yes, you may.
That's favorable.
Oh, wow.
All right, 8 points
Very
of
good.
damage. It is blinded as it tries to fend off. All right. Anything else?
I guess what was that called? 5 foot step?
That doesn't act. So,
That's not okay. Then I think that's it because I can't really move
Yeah.
out of the way.
Sure you can, if you want to.
he would just get attacked, but...
No, because the blinding light,
It's
it
blind.
cannot see. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh, I
blinded.
didn't know it was blinded. Okay.
Okay. Then I do move back.
All right, you move backwards, running away from the stump as it tries to lash out wildly. Given that you have left the gazebo, there is no way for it to attack you. It lashes, it lunges, but you notice something. Now that you have purified the waters, it's dying. It seems to be withering before your very eyes. The stump, once filled with life, now turning black and brackish. The body of the rabbit slowly withering and decaying. You think that the only reason it was able to even move in its current state is entirely because it managed to catch the rabbit before it perished. As it slowly slips into oblivion, the pond and the holy shrine of God damn it.
Markovia?
Thank you, Malkovia, is now cleansed thanks to your actions. Huzzah! And with that, we will end today's session with an absolutely glorious battle. Thank you once again to our lovely audience for the donations, for the subs, for all these other cool stuff. And of course, thank you for the inspiration for the encounters. There were a couple of side quest encounters, but you know, I was kind of like, I was umming and ahhing them. So thank you guys for the inspiration because they were a lot of fun and they were very cool. So thank you very much. And thank you for the follow.
Yes.
You are a bloody champion, and we hope to see you again soon. Now, guys, as we end today's session, we do it as we always will, with, of course, questions from the audience for any member of our cast, as well as a quick memorable moments where we take back and we think about things that we just, that stood out to us in the course of today's session. So, let's see. Boop, there we go. All right. Memorable moments. Let's start with you, Esther. Esther, what was a memorable moment for today?
I did like the imagery of the memento mori. I knew about some styles of memento mori, and I thought that it was neat, the one that you picked, or if it was already part of it. But either way, I think that was cool.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I definitely one thing I love about fantasy worlds is the idea of like funerary rites. My partner actually wrote a module adventure for me a while ago, and one of the things was an entire village, an entire town obsessed with the idea of funerals, and every day they performed funerals, even on the living, just because they were fascinated with the different types that they had. So, like the ideas of the memento mori and stuff were always very cool and very fascinating as one particular style as well. So thank you, I appreciate that. Argento.
Yeah, well, I think for me today, what really stuck out was just the interactions with the killer rabbits. It's just quite funny, and I thought it was fun to be able to have a bit of a moment where Argento was seen as a bit of a sulky, childlike creature. Because I mean, at the end of the day, he kind of had his childhood stolen from him, so you've never really got to see that Argento doesn't know how to give shiny things back that are really cool that he feels are rightfully his. So the question now Argento has is, can I get the horn back, or is it?
Yeah, well, I mean, there you go.
Should we leave it?
So, I am actually going to give you guys the horn as a magic item, courtesy of course,
Yes.
because early on in the show we had like a hype train, and the thing is guys, if you donate to my channel, if you do stuff, I will reward my players. That's just how this works. So your reward for the massive donations and stuff like that for today is you now have a wand of purify food and drink. That is effectively what the Amaraj horn will now provide you. It is a permanent item. It will work forever. There is no per day usage. It is just a limitless wand of purify food and drink. Keeping in mind, if you use it on alcohol, it'll turn it to water. And if you use it on like things like medicine, it'll turn it to bread. Right? So be careful how you use it.
I'm so pranking the mirror with this.
Oh no! All right, Vigog, favorite
It's
moments?
gonna kill me, but this is good.
I definitely gotta say I enjoy puzzles, like when figuring out how we were going to deal with the lake, and then ended up fighting this rabbit unicorn, the Emerage. Figuring out that its horn was how we purified the water was definitely impressive. And I like puzzles in general, even if they're really hard. They make for good fun. So I just had an amazing time with today in general. That was awesome.
Awesome.
So thank you, Michael.
You're very welcome. In fact, you are all very welcome. Now we are going to go and answer a couple of questions. One question from Tasriel2 Immersion Diversion. Are you going to play Murray when Vigog will perish by the cruel fate that Dag is weaving around you?
Who says that who says that Magog's gonna perish?
Well,
Yes, he almost did. Which I do have to say, that song, that was a clever, Michael. That was pretty awesome. Like, I was not expecting that. And then you're like, yeah, the song plays. I'm like, that's awesome. I was super excited about that.
well, they are companions to the Fae, and you would just happen to be the lucky one to have pissed it off enough. And yeah, it worked. It kind of worked in the end. AK Ryder asks,
But yes,
So hang on. So the question is, do you want to play Murray?
if Magog dies, Murray is going to turn into He-Man.
Into human. Yeah, we'll see.
Human.
AK Ryder says, Dag, have you ever heard of cargo cults? They are fascinating phenomenons in the real world. No idea. I mean, I know I've heard of cargo shorts, cargo pants, but not cargo cults. I will look it up. I think, maybe. I will try to look it up. If it's trustworthy. I'm trusting you, AK. All right. That's the last of our questions. So, without any further ado, guys, we are going to go and raid someone because we love to share the love. We love to make sure that everyone, gets to enjoy a night of good gaming and good stuff. Let's see who is out and about. There's Delric. There is.
I see the fourth culture.
Oh, is fourth culture up? Yeah, let's go. Let's see. Are they running stuff? How many bits for making this happen? For what? Making him die?
Making me die. And
I mean, just be. Oh, fourth culture's ended.
I'll just.
No. Well, that's okay.
Oh,
That's okay. We'll. Let's see.
I'll just make Magog as a skeleton.
You know what?
Let's
Let's find someone tiny, someone small. Let's find a tiny channel to go and raid.
Esther will just bring my skull back.
Let's see who's doing D&D. There is these guys. There's those guys. There's reruns.
There's roll for damage. I see. Decent downward, but
Let's see. Map creations. Let's see. Ooh. There's a group here called Mayo Inc.
Joe Gamer, thank you.
There you go. Let's try that one. All right, Joey Gamer, thank you so much and welcome for the follow. Don't raid a rerun. I'm trying not to raid a rerun. It's not my fault. Everyone reruns, okay? Everyone does it. Okay. That's our video producers. Oh, okay. Mayo Inc. I've got a combination. So from Dat Geek. Dat Geeks is definitely where we're going. Okay, let's go raid them. And of course, we're gonna sign out with a quick chat with me.
Bye guys.
All right, there we go. Let's just make sure that they're all good. All right, all right. So say bye to the players.
I thought
you'll see me. You'll see me in a second. So there you go. All right, here we go. And bam. All right. So thank you guys for watching once again. Thank you to all these awesome people. Look at this. Holy crap. All of you guys. You guys are awesome. All of you guys who have followed, to our donators, to our people who cheered. Guys, honestly, you make this whole thing worth doing. Without your support, without your love, it would be impossible to exist in this space. Do be sure to follow the raid, because if you do, you will earn those big dag dollary dues, which you can use for channel points on any of my streams to do plot twists, create NPCs, and if you can create NPCs, I actually make them in Hero Forge as well. They go up on our Discord, so be sure to check out our Discord. Oh, no, that's unacceptable, Joey. Give me 2 seconds. That is unacceptable. Come here, you. Refresh. I will not end this stream without Joey being acknowledged. I might, actually, because it might force me to raid. If it does, then I will already say, game hard or die trying. But, come on, there we go. Oh, yes, come on. Give me Joey. Give me Joey. Come on, buddy. Oh, come on. I gotta make it. I'm not gonna make it. I'm sorry, Joey. Oh, there it is. Okay, there you go. So if you've watched it on YouTube, that's Joey. There he is. You can see him. He's just there. There he goes. There he goes. Bye, Joey. All right. Cool. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, guys. And as always, tune in next time, and we will see you in the next round of gaming, which is Saturday. So till then, game hard or die trying. Good night, guys.